Hello students, so today we are going to do 10th standard question bank of geometry, second chapter, Pythagoras theorem. So what I've done is students, I have already done with all the calculations so that I can reduce the watch time and you can finish with the question fast. Okay, so let's see the first one. Okay, now question number 1 is MCQ. Out of the given options, which of the following is a Pythagoras triplet? Okay, now for a Pythagoras triplet, always remember one thing: out of the three numbers which are given, take the biggest number, square that. Like here, the correct option is 3, 4, 5. So 5 square is 25, and the other two numbers square and add. So 3 square plus 4 square, that is 9 plus 16 is 25. So if both the answers are same, then it is a Pythagoras triplet, or else it is not. Okay, so the same thing is there in MCQ second and third, but the question is which of the following is not a Pythagoras triplet. Okay, means the above steps what I have told you are followed by option A, B and D is not followed by option C. Means 15 square is not equal to 7 square plus 8 square. The same thing is for the third one. 15 square is not equal to 14 square plus 6 square. Okay, now see the fourth one. In a right angle triangle, they have given sum of the squares of sides forming a right angle is 169. So I've done the calculations on the right hand side. So we have AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So AB square plus BC square, the combined value is given as 169, and the square root of 169 is 13. So that is option B. Let's see the fifth one. In a rectangle, they have given the diagonal as 20 and one of the side is given as 12. So since it is a rectangle, so we have one of the angle as 90 degree. So we are doing Pythagoras theorem. So 20 square equals to 12 square plus x square, that is 400 equals to 144 plus x square. So x square, after I shift 144, we get 256. So x equals to 16. Next MCQ is very important, the sixth one. For that we have to remember this formula: diagonal of a square is equals to root 2 into side. And remember, this formula is only for square. Okay, so diagonal of a square is equals to root 2 into side. Here they have given the diagonal as root 2, so we get root 2 equal to root 2 into side. So root 2 will cancel from either sides. So what we get is side equal to 1. That is option C. Now let's see the seventh one. They have given a rhombus. Okay, so I've done a rough figure for the rhombus. Now the diagonals are given as 60 and 80. So the diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Okay, so it will be 30 and 40, that is half of the diagonals. And then when we use Pythagoras theorem, we get x square equals to 30 square plus 40 square, that is 2500. So x is going to be square root of 2500, 50. Option B. Okay, now the next is, if ABC are the sides of a triangle and if A square plus B square equal to C square, then it has to be a right angle triangle. Means it is side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. Okay, now the ninth MCQ is again important. They have given the three sides and we have to find the value of angle A. Okay, now students, this is a right angle triangle. Nowhere in the question they have told to prove that, but see the initial steps, just follow my cursor. Okay, so out of the three, the biggest side is 12. So 12 square is equal to 6 root 3 square plus 6 square. So this is nothing but a right angle triangle. Then I've done the figure on the left hand side. Now we know the property that side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. So if BC is 6 and AC is 12, so I can say that BC is half of AC. So when BC is half of AC, when opposite to BC, the angle is 30 degree. That is option A. 10th one, again similar MCQ. The diagonal of a square is given as 10 root 2. We have to find the perimeter. The formula is diagonal equals to root 2 into side. So 10 root 2 equal to root 2x. So what we see is root 2 will cancel. So we get side as 10. So perimeter is 4 into 10, that is 40 centimeters, option D. The 11th one, again we have to choose which of the following is a Pythagoras triplet. We have to follow the same rule. The square of the biggest number should be equal to sum of the squares of the other two numbers. If yes, it is a Pythagoras triplet or a right angled triangle. Okay. Now let's see question number 1b. The first one, they have given the two perpendicular sides as 24 and 18, and you have to find out the hypotenuse. So we are using again Pythagoras theorem. X square equals to 24 square plus 18 square, that is 576 plus 324, 900, and square root of that is 30. So hypotenuse is 30 centimeters. Let's see the next one, the second one. Okay, we have to find angle A. Now if you see, the figure is nothing but a isosceles right angle triangle. Okay, so if AB and BC are equal, in 9th standard you have done a property that if two sides are equal, opposite to that the two angles are also equal. That property is called as isosceles triangle property. Here angle A equal to angle C, I'm taking that as x for easy calculations. Then we are using angle sum property, or we can say sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So A plus B plus C is 180. After substituting the values, we get 2x equals to 180 minus 90, that is 90, and the value of x is 45. So that is nothing but the value of angle A or angle C, both are 45. Now let's see the third one. Same figure, similar figure. Okay, here they have given the value of AC, that is the hypotenuse, and you have to find out the value of AB and BC. Okay, we are using Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Okay, now here we are doing 2 root 2 bracket square. Okay, so I'll just show you the steps here. 2 root 2 bracket square. So the square of 2 is 4 and the square of root 2 is 2. So it is 8. So that is what I have written in the next step. 8 equals to 2x square. After shift, I get x square equals to 4, x equals to 2. So AB and BC both are equal to 2. Let's see the fourth one. Okay, now they are given the figure. They have given the value of AC as 5 root 2, same sum like the previous one. Okay, now here it is 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 bracket square. So the square of 5 is 25, root 2 ka square 2. So I get 50. That is what I have written here. Okay, 5 root 2 square is 50. So 2x square equals to 50, x square equals to 25, x equals to 5. That is nothing but the height of a right angle triangle. Okay, next sum is again important, students. We have to find the height of an equilateral triangle having side 4. Now we can have any other value apart from 4 centimeters. Okay, so ABC is a right angle triangle. Have a look at the figure. Angle B is 60 degree. Now we are using trigonometry here. You can use even Pythagoras theorem, you will get the same answer, but I use trigonometry. Okay, I'm using sine 60. Why sine 60? Follow the arrows. Okay, what is sine? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite is AD, that is nothing but the height, upon hypotenuse is AB. So here I am substituting the value of sine 60 as root 3 upon 2 equals to AD upon 4. Just shift 4, we will get the value of AD as 4 root 3 upon 2. I'll just reduce this, we get 2 root 3, and that 2 root 3 is nothing but the height of the equilateral triangle. Okay, important sum. Let's see the sixth one. Okay, here we are using 30, 60, 90 property. We have to find the value of AB. Have a look at the figure. AB is nothing but opposite to 30 degree. Okay, AB is nothing but to opposite to 30 degree, and this is the property of side opposite to 30 degree. What is that? It is half of the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is given as 8. So AB is half of 8, 4 centimeters. Let's see the next one, seventh one. Okay, here they are given again, hypotenuse is given and the height is given as 7 centimeters. You have to find the base. Pythagoras theorem. So we'll get 25 square equals to 7 square plus BC square. So BC square will be, I'm shifting 7 square on that side. So I'll get 625 minus 49, that is 576, is BC square. So BC is going to be square root of 576, that is 24 centimeters. Eighth sum. Again, we have to check whether it is a right angle triangle. Biggest number square, 50 square is 2500, 14 square plus 48 square is 196 plus 2304. That is again 2500. So what we see is both are same. So that is what we write. 50 square equals to 14 square plus 48 square. So it is, yes, it is a right angle triangle. And students, don't forget to write down the reason. Yes, this is the reason. Converse of Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Next sum, again the same. Ninth one. Again they have given three sides. So 17 square is 289, 8 square plus 15 square is 64 plus 225, that is also 289. So again, yes, it is a right angle triangle, and the reason is converse of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, let's see the 10th one. It is a rectangle of dimension 35 by 12. Okay, so when they say dimension 35 by 12 means it is length and breadth. Okay, means the two perpendicular sides. Okay, so have a look at the figure. So the two perpendicular sides are 12 and 35. We are using Pythagoras theorem. 12 square plus 35 square, that is 144 plus 1225, that is 1369, and square root of 1369 is 37 centimeters. So the diagonal is 37 centimeters. Okay, now question number 2 is all activities. Okay, so let us discuss that. So in the figure you can see ABC is a right angle triangle, and it is a 30 60 90 triangle also. So they have given the hypotenuse as 12. Okay, hypotenuse is given as 12. We are using both the properties here. AB, you can see, have a look at the figure, students. AB is nothing but side opposite to 30 degree. So the property is AB is half of the hypotenuse, and BC is the side opposite to 60 degree. So the property is root 3 upon 2 times the hypotenuse. So that property we have used here. Okay, you can see BC is half of AC. Here the hypotenuse is AC. AB is half of AC, and BC is root 3 upon 2 times AC. Okay, so after we substitute the value, we get the value of AB as 6 and BC as 6 root 3. We are just reducing this, 1s are 6 are 6 root 3. Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, now here we have two right angle triangles. Okay, first there is a small correction, students, that is what I have specified here. We are talking about triangle ADC. Okay, so we are talking about triangle ADC, this triangle. So in this triangle, when I use Pythagoras theorem, I get this: AC square equals to AD square plus DC square. After I shift DC square on that side, I get AD square equals to AC square minus DC square, and I am marking this statement as 1. Now let us take the second triangle. We are talking about the second triangle. So what I get is AB square equals to AD square plus BD square, and after shifting BD square on one side, I get AD square equals to AB square minus BD square. Okay, now what we see is the left hand sides are equal. Okay, the left hand sides are equal, that is AD square. So what I'm doing, I'm putting their right hand sides equal. That is what is there in the next step. AB square minus BD square equals to AC square minus CD square. Now what we're doing is we are just shifting BD square over here and CD square over here, and that is what we get the proving part. Okay, so 2 times Pythagoras theorem and shifting. Let's see the third one. Okay, again we have a 30, 60, 90 property. Okay, so here they have given angle BCA is 60 degree. So we see that BC is half of hypotenuse because that is opposite to 30 degree, and the side opposite to 60 degree is AB. So AB is root 3 times AC. Okay, and hypotenuse is 14. So that is what we are doing in the hypotenuse is 14. Yes. Okay. So what we get is BC is half of AC and AB is root 3 upon 2 times AC. So we get BC equals to half of 14. So that is 1s are 7s are 1s are 7s are. So we get BC as 7 and AB as 7 root 3. Okay. Now we have one more type of triangle, that is 45, 45, 90 triangle. And always remember, whenever it is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, the two perpendicular sides are always equal. Okay, these two sides are equal. So angle M is 45, N is 90. So angle K is going to be 45 degree. And the property is side opposite to 45 degree, means we are talking about MN and NK. That is equals to 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse. So this is the property for 45 degree. Okay, and that is what we are doing here. Okay, so whether it is Mn or it is Nk, it is 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, and how we got the answer, I'll just show you. 1 upon root 2 into 6, so we got 6 upon root 2. The answer is over, but we are just rationalizing this. So we get 6 root 2 upon 2, 1s are 3s are, so that is nothing but 3 root. Okay, so we just rationalize the term. Now let's see the fifth one. They have given a ladder of 10 meters. So always remember, whenever the sum is based on ladder, ladder is always the hypotenuse because we keep ladder slanting to the wall. Okay, so PQ is the wall and point P is the point of window. Okay, and you have to find the distance of the ladder from the building, the foot of the ladder and the building. Okay, so simply we are using Pythagoras theorem. Have a look at the activity. So that is PR square equals to QR square plus PR square. Okay, PQ square equals to QR square, PQ square plus QR square equals to PR square. So we are just substituting the value. PR equals to 10, PQ equals to 8, and after we substitute the value, we get QR square equals to 100 minus 64, that is 36, and square root of 36 is 6. Okay, so the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall is 6 meters. Okay, now the next sum. Now what I've done is, students, whatever the information is given, I have already written all the information in the figure. Okay, and we have to complete the activity as given below. Okay, so if you see triangle ADC, okay, I'm talking about triangle ADC, this triangle where I've written 1, that is nothing but a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So we know that the property is 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, so AD is 1 upon root 2 times AC, and DC is also 1 upon root 2 times AC, and AC is nothing but 8 root 2. Okay, so I've just done the calculation here. Root 2 will cancel, so we get AD and DC as 8. Okay, so just have a look at the figure. AD and DC as 8, so this is 8. So now the total value of BC, so the total BC is going to be 5 plus 8, that is 13. Okay, that is the last step over here. BC equals to 13. Okay, now let's see the next one. You have to complete the following activity for a right angle triangle. Simple. They are given the two perpendicular sides PQ and QR as 9 and 12. We are using Pythagoras theorem. So 9 square plus 12 square, that is 81, plus 144, that is 225, and square root of 225 is 15 centimeters. Okay, very simple sum, students. Okay, the eighth one is important. Now here they have given the value of PM and QM, and we have to complete the activity. So the first thing what we are doing is we are doing Pythagoras theorem. Okay, we are talking about this triangle. In this triangle we are doing Pythagoras theorem. So what we get, PQ square equals to 10 square plus 8 square, so that is 10 plus 64. Okay, square root of 164 as it is. PQ is square root of 164. Now the next property what we are using over here is geometric mean. Okay, just let me explain you the property, then I'll take the screen down. Now in this figure, okay, PM is perpendicular to the hypotenuse, so PM square is equals to QM into MR. Okay, we have a theorem also, geometric mean theorem. Yes, that is this property. Okay, so that thing is what is in the next step. Okay, yes, I've highlighted also, this property is called as geometric mean. PM square equals to RM into QM. Okay, so that is, we are just substituting the value is PM square, that is 10 square equals to RM into 8. So 10 square is 100, 100 upon 8. After reducing we get it as 25 upon 2. Okay, now the question is you have to find the value of QR. If you see the figure, QR is nothing but equals to QM plus MR, that is 8 plus 25 upon 2, and I've done the calculations here. We are doing LCM, so we get 16 plus 25 the whole upon 2, that is 41 upon 2. Okay, now the next activity is based on rectangle, but here they have given the area of rectangle as 192. So we know the formula, area of rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, so that is area of rectangle equals to 16 into breadth, and after I shift I get breadth equals to 192 upon 16, that is 12 centimeters. Okay, so in the figure I'm going to write here 12. So we know the perpendicular sides and we have to find out the diagonal. Okay, so that is TM. So what we'll write, TM square equals to TL square plus LM square, that is 12 square plus 16 square, that is 144 plus 256, 400, and the diagonal is 20. Okay, the next activity is again you have to check whether it is a right angle triangle, only the way in which they have given the question is different. Okay, so they have given the three sides as L, M, N, and what we see is the biggest number is 13. Okay, so biggest number is 13, so 13 square is 169, and 5 square plus 12 square, that is 25 plus 144, that is equals to 169. That is what you can see in the activity. Okay, L square is 169 and 5 square plus 12 square is also 169. So I can say that it is a right angle triangle by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, same question in a different form. Okay, now question number 3, students, this sum is very important. Okay, yes, we are using here Pythagoras theorem also and geometric mean. Okay, so what I've done is I've divided the sum into 3 parts. So let's see part A. Okay, on top we are talking about part A. I'm using Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. See this. Okay, so for ease of calculations I've taken XYZ in the figure. So I can say that, see part A, students, y square equals to 8 square plus 12 square. Okay, that is 64 plus 144, square root of 208. We got the answer, but we need to simplify this. So I've done the simplification on the right hand side. Yes, see the simplification. I am factorizing 208, and out of which you can see I'm making pair of 2, so that 2 and 2, that is 4 will come out, and root 13 will be as it is. Okay, so that is the first calculation. Now the next calculation is geometric mean. Okay, yes, the same thing what I taught you in the previous one, that is GF square equals to GD into GE. The reason is geometric mean. So that is 12 square equals to 8 into x. So x equals to 144 upon 8, that is 18. Okay. Now the next is I am using Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. Okay. Yes. Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. So what is that? Z square equals to x square plus 12 square. Okay. So that is 18 square plus 12 square, 324 plus 144, that is 468. And again, we got the answer z as under root 468, but we need to solve it further. Okay. So 2 and 3 is making a pair. So that is 6. 6 root 13 is the answer. Okay. A very important sum, students. Now for the second question is over here, students. Just let me remove this. Yes. The second question is this. I'll just show you over here. Okay. The congruent side of an isosceles triangle is 7 centimeter. You have to find the perimeter. So what I've done is I have drawn the figure here already. Yes. Now understand what they have given. They have given it is an isosceles right angle triangle. I want all of you to see the figure. What do you mean by isosceles right angle triangle? Means it is a right angle triangle and the two perpendicular sides are equal. Okay. These two sides are equal. Okay. So now we have 7 and 7. Same. We are using Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So by Pythagoras theorem, I will get the hypotenuse as 7 root 2. 7 root 2. You can have a look at the calculations. Okay. So we got hypotenuse, but the question is what? We have to find the perimeter. So what is perimeter? Sum of all sides. So that is AB plus BC plus AC. 7 plus 7 plus 7 root 2. Now be careful. I can add 7 plus 7. Okay. I cannot add that it to 7 root 2. So see, I'm using different highlighters here. Okay. So 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 7 root 2. Next step, the last step, I have taken 7 common. Okay. Yes. From this step, I have taken 7 common. So what do we get? 7 bracket 2 plus root 2. Okay. Now I've seen students doing this mistake. 14 plus 7 root 2. Okay. So they add 14 and 7 and they write 21 root 2 centimeters. This is wrong. You cannot add 14 and 7. Okay. Because we have that number is not 7, it is 7 root 2. So don't do that. Take 7 common. Okay. Okay. Now the last sum, students. Okay. Last question. Question number 4. Okay. Now here we have two combined triangles. We have a 45-45-90 triangle and we have a 30-60-90 triangle also. Now what we are doing is first we are using a 30-60-90 triangle. Okay. We are using this triangle. This triangle I've written here. Okay. Yes. 30-60-90 triangle. Now what we see in the figure, just have a look at the figure, students. They have given 6 root 2. What is 6 root 2? 6 root 2 is nothing but the side opposite to 60 degree. So what is the property? LK equals to root 3 upon 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, that is the property of side opposite to 60 degree. So the value of LK is given as 6 root 2. That is equals to root 3 upon 2 into MK. The next step, when I shift root 3 upon 2 over here, we get 2 upon root 3. Okay, we got the answer, but we need to rationalize it because we have root 3 in the denominator. So for rationalizing, I'm multiplying by root 3. Okay, so what I get is 6 root 2, 2 and root 3 in the numerator. See the numerator, 6 root 2, 2 root 3. So 6 and 2 will multiply 12. Root 2 and root 3 I'm writing as it is for time being upon root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 1s are 4s are. So I get MK as 4 root 6. MK as 4 root 6. So let me write that in the figure. MK as 4 root 6. Okay. Now let me erase all these things. Okay. Now students, we are talking about this triangle. Okay, we are talking about this triangle. Okay, now we have a 45 45 90 triangle, and what is the property? The side opposite to 45 degree is 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, so what we see is mk. See the figure, mk is 1 upon root 2 times mn. I'll just show you the whole figure. Yes, okay, 1 upon root 2 times mn. So after I shift the term over here, root 2 will come here. Root 2 into root 6 is root 12. When I factorize root 12, I get 2 into 2 into 3. 2 will come out, that will multiply to 4, and I get mn as 8 root 3. Okay, now the last part is we have to find out ml. Okay, now see this side, students. Is ml nothing but side opposite to 30 degree? ml is nothing but side opposite to 30 degree. So what is the property? That ml is half of hypotenuse. Okay, ml is half of hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse? 4 root 6. So half of 4 root 6, 1s are 2s are, ml is 2 root 6. Okay students, so with this we finished with the question bank of the second chapter. Okay.